Shalom everybody, hope you're doing well. Hope your week was great. Getting ready here for Shabbat. And I know I say this every week, but this week I really mean it. This week there's so many different things to talk about, so many big ideas and events showing up in this week's Torah portion. But I want to share two things with you and try to tie them together as well. This week, right, the Bnei Israel have already left the land of Egypt and are on their way to their future, the promised land, the Holy Land. But before they get there, there's one more moment, one more experience that seemingly, right, their fate is to have this experience with the Egyptians. 7 days after they leave the land of Egypt, they're confronting the Egyptians, led by Paro, once again at the shores of the Red Sea. And the whole incredible story of the tribes of Israel standing on the shores, not knowing what to do or where to go, can't go forward, can't go backwards, side to side. There's nothing that really seems like a good option, and boom, they go into the sea splits, and it's an incredible event of Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, moving through the split waters, showing up on the other side, the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians following them, and the water is covering them en route, and putting a final seal on the conflict, on the connection that the Israelites have had with the Egyptians all these years. We just had almost a year of 10 plagues. The Egyptians were slowly, one by one, shown that there is one unified force in this world. There is one God in this world that controls every aspect of nature. And with that awareness, right, came their submission to letting the Jews go free, letting the Israelites go free. So why was it necessary for one more? Why was it necessary for one more plague, so to speak, one more event, one more miracle? And there's a million words that can be said on this. I want to share something so brief. It's a miracle that happens with water. And even though we already saw a couple plagues happen with water, right? The water turning to blood, the frogs coming out of the water. This is on a whole other level. This is not just something happening with the water or to the water or through the water. This is the water itself. This is the essence, the nature of the water completely changing. Right? What is water? Water of any element might be the element in our world that is completely exemplary of nature, of the natural order of things, of the way this world works. Right? It goes from high to low. It flows from place to place. It takes the path of least resistance. Right? It fills up all space. It's such a symbol of the natural world and the way it works. And what happens with the Jews standing on the shores of the Red Sea? The water splits. I know in our modern day rational minds it's so hard for us to even understand, conceive of, imagine. Right? But if we can kind of go hyper-rational for a moment and understand in this one moment that if we believe in a creator of all things, and if that creator of all things maintains existence at every single moment, then there's nothing that should say or would say that creator can't do anything to something, right? That creator can't alter something for a moment, for all moments, obviously, right? Something that the creator created himself. Right? And in this moment, it's the sea, it's the waters, it's the Red Sea. And it's to show that, yes, water does all these very natural things. It seems like it's just kind of like a wind-up toy. Let it go, and it's on its way without any influence in every single moment. And the splitting of the Red Sea comes as a reminder for the whole world, right? There's a midrash that says that all the waters in the world split at that moment. Wherever there was water, whether it was a lake, a river, a stream, or a glass of water, water in a cup, water in a glass, it's splitting as well. And it's this idea, it's this lesson for the entire world to know, whoa, right, what seems natural is so not. Right, this idea that what we're so used to, we call nature, the regular rhythms of the world is what we call nature. But if we can only imagine and only understand how in every single moment there's miracle energy, there's a miracle happening, maintaining the existence of all things. And this water splits to show the Israelites, the Egyptians, everybody, that there is one unified force behind all of creation. Right? That could allow for such an unbelievable event. Giving us this moment to connect, to realize, wow, there is this force, there is this unity, and I want to connect to it. Right? If it exists, how can I not connect it? How can I not try to do something in my life to bring it into my life, bring it into the world? And this kind of flows into the second part. Again, big ideas, just sharing very, very small thoughts. But this week we're introduced also to the manna, this miracle food that the Israelites are going to eat for the next 40 years or so in the desert, in the wilderness, before they get into the land of Israel. An amazing thing about the manna is that it tastes like what you want it to taste like. It has no taste, really inherently itself, somewhat of a taste, but really whatever you think of, that's what it's going to taste like. We learn in many different sources, including from the Baal Shem Tov, that this bread was a blessing because it kept people in connection with the Creator of all life. How so? Because every day you got your share. You didn't get for a week or a month. You didn't get like that one paycheck, so to speak, that covers you until the end of the month. Every single day you got your share. And if you took too much, it would spoil. There's no such thing as taking too much. It was exactly what you need. Right? And the blessing that comes with that is that every single day you're wondering, you're praying, you're longing, right? Am I going to have my sustenance? Am I going to have my parnassah? Am I going to have my livelihood? What I need to exist through this next day? And that inspires your average person, most people, if not all people, to look beyond this physical world and ask, please, ask for help, ask for what I need today. Right? So these big things, this miracle of the splitting of the sea and the manna being introduced into the lives of the Israelites, are these two very different things on the surface, but with a similar message for them. This idea of connection, this idea of every single day and every single moment, knowing that what appears to just be, again, like I said before, like a wind-up doll, and this world is just moving in motion without anything behind it. No, there's this force, there's this love, there's this compassion, there's this light that is guiding everything and everyone in every single moment. Right? And we have the ability, as a result, to connect to that in every single moment. So many more things to say, but that sun is setting. I want to wish you guys such an amazing Shabbat Shalom. Lots of love and blessing from the land of Israel. Shabbat Shalom.